Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm just going to do a sit down and get ready with you, and we're going to chit chat. It's the end of the year, so I'm going to go ahead and give you a rough idea of how the year has been. It's been a crazy year. We're going to talk about me being in the hospital, how I'm still in the process of going into recovery, and about my fostering. There's a lot of people out there who foster, so maybe this is something that interests you. It's my first year of fostering, so I'm going to let you know the struggles, ups and downs, and all that good stuff. So don't forget to give me a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, and subscribe to my channel because there's a whole lot you just don't want to miss. Alright guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm just going to go ahead and start off that this year I started fostering. I started off fostering my niece. I got a call. I wasn't really... I see my niece maybe once or twice when she was a little baby and she was like 14. So now she's 14. So as far as having a relationship with her, I didn't have one. So we didn't have a relationship until she came in my home and we actually met each other. It was great. She's amazing. It was great at the beginning. And then all the struggles started happening, which was unfortunate because she's no longer with me. And as much as I wanted to keep her, I'm not going to go into too much detail on the situation. The social worker said that I'm a great foster mom. It just seems like Destiny has a lot of issues, and for my household and my daughter's sake, it was best just to remove her from the home and maybe foster another child. It was really hard because I didn't want her to think I gave up on her, but because I do have my daughter, for that reason, and it was the push, pretty much who convinced me was the social worker and her therapist. Said, you know what, you're trying, but with her behavior and having my daughter, it's just better, that they remove her. So they did. She went to a group home and a lot is going on with her. She's ran away and, different things. So I guess things happen for a reason. So that started that. And then in the middle, before she left, I ended up going to the hospital. That's another big story. But I'm briefly going to just tell you everything. And then maybe in another video, I'll go ahead and go into everything a little deeper. But I ended up in the hospital for a week. I came out for 3 months, and then because of my insurance and everything delaying, and that's why I said it has to be a whole new video because there was so much issues with my insurance. So because they delayed, I was supposed to get some fluid drained from my stomach, and because it took too long, I believe it ended up creating an infection. So now I went back into the hospital maybe 2 months. I was in there during Halloween. So I was in the hospital during Halloween, so for 10 days, the end of October. And I ended up having some emergency surgery. I am diagnosed with diverticulitis, and I always say that wrong, so if I am, I'm sorry. So what ended up happening is that they had to remove some of my intestines. I currently have a colonoscopy bag, where that's pretty much where I'm going to the restroom for the 3 months, which I have actually another 6 weeks, but with the way my insurance is going and everything, all the approvals, it'd probably be another month longer. So that's where I am right now. I'm getting used to it. Everything's fine. I'm doing everything as I do normal. I just can't bend down a lot. I do get tired a little quicker. That all happened. And I always wanted to foster. I'm actually thinking of doing a segment where I just speak on my experience fostering with the children that I get and how that goes. Maybe that would help other people who have questions about it, maybe thinking about doing it. And that's really where I wanted to focus. So once they do the reversal on the bag is removed and I'm back to normal, at the same time of the surgery, I also have a fibroid mass in my uterus. They're going to go ahead and remove that. They're undecided if they're going to have to remove just the whole uterus or if they're just going to remove just the fibroids. So that's up there, but I'm single. It's not like I'm in a relationship where I'm going to have more kids. I would love to have more kids. I love kids, but it just doesn't look like it's in the cards for me. So if they took and removed the uterus, I am actually okay with it. Especially having foster kids, I think that's going to kind of fulfill me in that sense where I love kids. So see how that goes, because I can always still adopt, and I've always wanted to adopt. I've always said, even as a young teenager, that I would always want to adopt like 2 kids. So that is definitely a definite possibility. So after a couple of months of it just being back to normal with me and my daughter, we were ready to go ahead and start fostering again. So I went ahead and gave a call that I'm ready, and the next day I received a call that there was a 17-year-old that needed a placement. So I was really, because of the experience that I had before with my niece, I wasn't wanting to do an older, like a teen. My daughter really wants like a baby. She has sibling fever, I guess. Like, she's always wanted a little baby brother. So that's what she was looking for. She's like, a little baby, a little kid. But I couldn't say no. And I always hear that people say when you start in fostering that they start calling you and you just have a hard time saying no, where if you can make room for another kid, you want to make room because you just don't have the heart to turn it down. And that's exactly how I feel. So my foster daughter, she came over. She's sweet. So I'm not going to be able to really say her name or show you any pictures of her because, unfortunately, due to the privacy rules that I have to follow, I won't be able to do that. So let's just go ahead and refer her to FD, which is foster daughter. So we'll go ahead and say FD, whatever. The good thing is that her and my daughter's 16, so her and my daughter get along really well. And that's what's important. They have their own room. They cook together, and I've seen them cooking together, and they're like Tweedledee and Tweedledum. They do not know nothing about the kitchen. It was the most funniest thing to see was them trying to cook, because I said, it's your turn. I got to teach you guys. You guys are older. You got to learn how to cook. So they started cooking. I had a HelloFresh package that they had to follow. Everything was provided, and it was like looking at Tweedledee and Tweedledum in the kitchen. It was the funniest thing. I was actually thinking maybe I'll record them and just not put FD's face in the video, but I can pretty much record them. So if you're a foster parent, you're aware of this honeymoon period that they keep talking about. When you first get your foster child, normally everything's peaches and cream and roses, and then they start getting comfortable, and then their actual personality or any issues that you would have would actually start coming up. She's been with me about 3 going on 4 weeks now, and this week has been the first week that I've had some issues. She's actually been missing a few times. The first one, it was a situation with her mom. She told me the story. Not sure if I believe her, but because of the situation, there was consequences. She did come back that same day. She didn't go to school. She missed school because she said emergency happening with her mom. I didn't hear from her all day. I was going to go meet her. I didn't hear from her all day. And she didn't get home till like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I was in the middle of making a missing persons report. So because of the consequences, because she was in trouble for her decisions or her actions for leaving and not communicating with me, her phone was going to be taken away. She didn't really like it, but she went ahead with it. Friday came. Everything was fine. Then Saturday morning came. She was going to meet somebody in the front of I live in an apartment. So she was going to meet somebody in the front of the apartments in the morning. But I noticed she was a little dressed up, a little more decked out. She had her hoop earrings on and everything. She didn't take a bag with her. She wanted to meet somebody in the front of the apartments that she was going to buy shoes on from an offer up. So she asked if she could take her phone. And I said, yes, you can go ahead and take your phone so she can communicate with them. 45 minutes came by. Nothing. So I called her and I said, hey, where are you? It's been 45 minutes. She said, oh, they're going to be another hour. I said, well, technically you're not supposed to have your phone, so you should come back. Well, she messaged me that she needs her phone for emergencies, and then I didn't hear from her. She did return till 3 days later, which was from Saturday. She returned Monday afternoon. I forgot, I'm supposed to be getting ready. So I had a feeling she was going to be at a friend's house, or she has a boyfriend nearby, and when she returned, she said that's where she was at, and that I gave her the opportunity to speak first. And she said the reason she left is she was upset because I took her phone away, and that's her phone. She works hard for it, and that she didn't agree that she should have the phone, and that's more punishment you give a little kid. She's 17 years old. And I explained to her, we had a discussion, and I said the rules in my house are the same for her as it is my daughter, and these are for this decision that she made. It ended up being a really big thing when we could have discussed it. I heard her out, and we ended up talking, and she promised that she wouldn't leave again. So she still knew within the 3 weeks everything was good. This is the only situations that I had, and I told her I understood, but give me some time. So I told her what her punishment would be, and that she won't be able to go out till the new year, which is only a couple of weeks, if she didn't want me to take her phone away. But in the future, as long as she doesn't run away, she has nothing to worry about. Her phone won't be taken away. But if it happens again, then I will take her phone away. So if she didn't want that to happen, then she would have to respect the rules and understand that that's a consequence. So far, everything's been fine. We're just kind of have to see how it goes from here. Supposedly today she's been assigned a social worker, so finally I'll be able to talk to somebody. With me working with a social worker, make it a little easier if there's any situations that come up, but hopefully not, because she is a really sweet girl. That was the only thing. So as long as it never happens, we're going to be A-okay. I did inform her that I worry, and when you're in my house, I'm going to treat you like you're my daughter, and if you're out there, I'm going to really worry. So I always have my daughter tell me where she's going. So that's that. That's my fostering little situation right now. I have not had a giveaway in quite some time. I think it was around my birthday, which was April, May, I had a giveaway. And I like to do giveaways quite often. I think this coming year I'm going to try to do a giveaway every month. So you guys tell me, what would you guys like to see? I did ask a few questions in a giveaway before, some questions if you wanted to know about me, so I have those ready. I do still need to make that video. Okay, but I think that's all I have to say today. Like, I thought I had all this big old story to tell you, but I think I jumped through the foster situation and my doctor's surgery so fast that I kind of ran out of things to say. Okay guys, that's all I have to say for today. So don't forget to give me a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, and subscribe to my channel so this way you can be updated on my life a little bit more and all the things I have going on. Alright guys, I love you, and I'll catch you in the comments below. Or the next video, whichever comes first. Bye-bye.